Welcome back to Trivia Bench. Today, we're diving into one of the biggest sporting events on Earth, the FIFA World Cup. Billions watch it. Nations stop functioning for it. Legends are made during it. But while most fans know the official rules, there's another side to the tournament that rarely gets talked about: the unwritten rules. These are the traditions, expectations, and hidden customs that players, coaches, fans, and even referees seem to follow without them ever appearing in the rulebook. Some are based on respect, others are psychological warfare, and a few are just strange rituals that somehow became sacred over decades of football history. Here are 5 interesting unwritten rules about the World Cup you never knew. Number 5. Never touch the World Cup trophy before you win it. This is one of the most famous superstitions in football. Before the World Cup final, FIFA often places the trophy on display during media events or ceremonies. Players from both finalist teams are usually nearby, but here's the unwritten rule: if you haven't won the tournament yet, don't touch the trophy. Many players refuse to even go near it. The belief is simple: touching the trophy before winning it brings bad luck. Over the years, countless players have intentionally kept their distance. During the 2010 World Cup final, Spain captain Iker Casillas famously avoided touching the trophy before the match. Spain went on to win their first World Cup ever. Meanwhile, some players who ignored the superstition ended up losing. Fans immediately noticed these moments and turned them into talking points online. Even though it sounds silly, footballers are incredibly superstitious. Some wear the same socks every game. Some enter the pitch with the same foot first every time. So when it comes to the most prestigious trophy in sports, many players refuse to risk angering the football gods. And honestly, if your entire career leads to one match, are you really going to tempt fate? Number 4. Don't embarrass your opponent. When the match is already won, the World Cup can become emotional very quickly. National pride is on the line, and humiliations can haunt countries for generations. Because of that, there's an unwritten expectation that if a match is completely decided, the winning team should avoid excessive showboating or running up the score unnecessarily. This doesn't mean teams stop trying. Goal difference can matter in the group stage. But there's a line between competing and humiliating. You'll often notice teams slowing the tempo late in blowout matches, passing the ball around instead of aggressively attacking, or avoiding flashy tricks once the result is beyond doubt. When teams ignore this unwritten code, controversy follows. Germany's historic 7-1 destruction of Brazil in the 2014 semi-final is a perfect example. After Germany scored repeatedly in the first half, many viewers felt the Brazilian team was being publicly humiliated on home soil. Some German players later admitted they intentionally eased off in the second half out of respect. Even then, the damage was done. Brazilian fans still refer to the match simply as the 7-1. At the World Cup, defeating your opponent is acceptable. Destroying their national dignity is something players know can live forever. Number 3. Veteran stars usually get substituted off to receive applause. This is one of football's most emotional traditions. When an iconic player is likely playing his final World Cup match, especially if his team is winning comfortably, coaches often substitute them late in the game so the entire stadium can applaud them. Technically, substitutions are tactical decisions, but emotionally they become ceremonial moments. Think about players like Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi, or Luka Modric. These athletes represent entire eras of football. Fans, teammates, and even opponents understand when history is taking place. Sometimes the substitution allows the player to receive a standing ovation. Other times it lets teammates embrace them as they leave the field one last time. Even opponents often pause to applaud icons leaving the stage. It's one of the rare moments where competition disappears and appreciation takes over. Number 2. Penalty shootouts are psychological warfare. Officially, penalty shootouts are supposed to be straightforward. One player shoots, one goalkeeper tries to stop them. In reality, they become mental battles filled with unwritten tactics. Goalkeepers constantly try to disrupt shooters psychologically. They delay kicks, stare players down, dance on the line, point to corners, or pretend they know where the shot is going. And teammates join in too. Players crowd around the referee. They isolate nervous opponents. They celebrate saves aggressively to increase pressure. Sometimes entire teams refuse to look at the next shooter just to make them feel alone. None of this is written into the rules. But everybody understands it's part of the drama. Then there are the unofficial mind games from coaching staff. Teams study penalty habits obsessively. At the World Cup, penalty shootouts aren't just about skill. They're about surviving pressure, that can crush an entire nation in a single moment. Number 1. The defending champion is expected to carry the pressure of the entire tournament. Winning the World Cup is hard. Defending it is even harder. And there's an unwritten understanding that once you become champions, every other nation immediately targets you. The defending champions arrive with enormous expectations. Every performance gets analyzed more harshly. Every weakness becomes headline news. Smaller nations play against them like it's a final. In many ways, champions stop being hunters and become the hunted. This pressure has become so intense that several defending champions completely collapsed in the following tournament. France won the World Cup in 1998, then crashed out in the 2002 group stage without scoring a single goal. Italy won in 2006, eliminated in the 2010 group stage. Spain dominated world football in 2010, then suffered a shocking group stage exit in 2014. Germany won in 2014, then finished bottom of their group in 2018. Fans even started calling it the World Cup Champions Curse. Officially, no curse exists, but psychologically, the burden is very real. Champions play with pressure, opponents play with freedom. And sometimes that changes everything. So those were 5 interesting unwritten rules about the World Cup you never knew. From superstitions around the trophy to the invisible pressure placed on defending champions, the World Cup has an entire hidden culture that exists beyond the official laws of the game. Those unwritten rules might be what make the tournament so fascinating in the first place. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to Trivia Bench for more sports facts, forgotten history, and incredible stories from around the world of competition.